Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to season 3 of That's So Bro. We are pushing to our 50th episode very soon. And today, on the road to the 50th episode, we have a very special guest. His name, GK. Hello, Mr. GK.
An half century. Hi Yoshi, hi Amanda, what's up?
How's it going? Tell us more about yourself, Mr. GK.
Yeah.
And I'll help you. Remember that entire long list of things you said before we started? That is what I need to hear. Into this camera, please.
I think it's easy if you tell us things you don't do.
True that.
Can you rap the whole thing? Go.
Wow.
No.
I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that.
You guys are cornering me, just wait, huh?
Yeah, we've been doing podcasts before you were born, okay?
Help me out. So like,
You're supposed to say that's the problem.
so like, I can't rap. I mean,
You don't have to. It's okay. Just tell
I'm
us.
joking. Please tell us more about yourself. Give us your CV.
Yes. So I started off as a singer, rapper in the Tamil industry, Tamil music industry. And then I found out that I can rap more than singing. So I started off rapping in many songs and also been doing many ghostwriting and, helping out artists and musicians and also Indian cinema as well. And then even worked on one movie publicly, which was Karpan Surya, actor Surya's movie, one of the major movies. I have written one song for them that was publicly announced. And then while I was doing this, they saw me acting good in my music videos and they started taking me for acting. First one itself was my feature film, which was Komali Kings, released in 2018. After that, I acted in several other movies, which was Sopana Sundari, Tambapanni, which was not yet released, and then acted in several teledramas called Podu Season 2 on Dharana, and then Nonimi on Sornavahini, and then Shakti TV. I have done like several teledramas and also have worked as assistant director and director as well, and then I direct my own music videos as well. And then now currently I'm acting as Jagan as a character in Devani Inima Season 2 for Dharana TV again. Yeah.
What the TF? Where do you have time to sleep? Do you have time to use the toilet?
Does your resume have any more space?
I'm basically like trying to get things to the international market. That's my aim and goal. So that's why I'm learning everything step by step. So like that's the process of learning to be a good, ideal person in the entertainment industry. You have to know everything.
Yeah, fair enough.
The main reason we have GK today is a few years ago, maybe about 2 or 3 years back, he did something called Open Season 2, that was.
Yes.
And at that time, I was still not very familiar in my comedy. I was still new, and he's one of the first people who gave me an opportunity, and I want to thank you for that. So one local artist to another local artist, I hope that, we need to support each other, right?
Exactly.
So we heard that you're going to open a new album. Do you want to tell us about it?
Yeah, so basically like I have done more than 50-60 songs for the Tamil industry, as a Tamil artist, right?
Right.
But none of the radio stations or publicly, locally are promoting it or even getting it playlisted, or we don't even have a show, to be honest, right? Sometimes some FMs, they call us and say, Machan, your song is published today on our show, and that's it.
Right.
We never hear it again, or even audience doesn't know about it again. So because of that, I was thinking, okay, I knocked on this door, which was the Tamil industry, the industry I'm from. They didn't open it up properly.
Right.
So I planned to knock it on the international door. So that was this whole album is about. And even the album title is called Odyssey of a Hollywood Dream.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay.
So how long have you been making it?
Exactly a year.
How many songs?
about 7 new songs and one which was previously released, which was called What Have Done. I think I sent you the link. And the reason why I released one song to see how people react to it, and I got the comments that as I needed, but it wasn't a trending song. But the standard, I tried my best on the visual, I tried my best on the music, because since I'm all around, I wanted to make it a perfect output. And I think I made it well. And if you see, from the album, that's the last song, so 8th song. 9th song is the same song's remix version, right? So 9 songs in the album, 7 new songs, 8th song is this one. So this is the climax of the song. Even if I release music videos for this album, you can see a movie when it's released. Whole 7, 8 songs is a story.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow. That's...
And what was... I'm so sorry. Before we actually get to what was the inspiration, we need to talk about our sponsors for the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if... Well, ladies also, but then more gentlemen. For all your hair care, beard care, and other care needs, apparently, Rallo's your one-stop shop. Go check them out.
For a good hair day.
For a good hair day. Getting back to you, my brother. What exactly was the driving point you were trying to make? What was the inspiration behind going this far into it? Is this a personal story? Was it somebody else's story that you saw? What is it?
Yeah, so this has 2 aspects.
Okay.
If you see it in a love point of view, you can see how a guy falls in love and continues his love, and then something messes it up, and then breaks down, and then shit goes wrong.
Ah, my story, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. You're still talking about the album or your life?
Kind of both.
Okay.
Right? And then, if you see it in another aspect, in the sense, it's my career.
Okay.
Love, if you make it as my career, I started off with my career in a, like a humble way, and I tried, and shit goes wrong, where I don't get the recognition or the place I wanted,
right.
And then shit goes wrong. So I leave it and go to the other space. So yeah.
Right. Okay.
So it's in the both.
Right.
Yeah, like.
What got you into music? Like your parents must have been like, "Yo, you're going to do music," or were they like, "Yeah, do music"?
It was like in the beginning when because it was in 2006. So this is gonna be like filmy stories, right?
Yeah. We love stuff like that.
So my dad passed away when I was just 8 years old, right? So, but until then, I knew that my father was like a music guy. He loved music and he used to play guitar. So I had this somewhere in the corner. But when I was doing my O-levels, which was 2006-07, I was like making up with the Indian songs and writing my own lyrics for their songs.
Right.
That's how it started.
Okay.
Right?
Like your own verse in
To their rhythm.
Exactly.
Nice. Okay,
Right.
that's very cool.
So
Okay.
that's how it started.
Okay.
So and then I started writing scripts in the classroom because I couldn't concentrate. I felt like even when I was doing O-levels, I felt like, nah, studies is not going to be something for. I mean, like I'm not motivating not to study.
He said don't go to school. Huh?
No. I'm not motivating. He said
No. What he said was go to school and write scripts.
Right.
Good point.
No. What I'm saying is like, for me, it was like that.
Right.
Like I couldn't concentrate more on the studies, but I was able to be creative and I was able to plan creative. I was watching movies like in theaters when I was 15, 16 alone, right? So that was my mentor, which I started off with. And then all of a sudden, like I came to a reality where I had to think of earning money, because that came a major minus point in my life because of the situation that I was in, right? Because it was only my mother working hard for me to study and also to take care of the family. I mean, home and the expenses, studies and everything. So I thought, let's stop school and go for work. So I did my first job as a butcher at Keels, and I have my memory with the cutting machine, almost I had my
Lost the
fingers
finger.
chopped.
Oh.
Almost.
Right.
So I can see the lines here, right?
Oh my God.
So because it was frozen.
Right, because you're supposed to go,
Yeah.
Right,
So
okay.
like I almost had it, but luckily, and it's a memory because
Right.
that reminds me of
The day you quit.
Exactly, and it's in the middle finger. So
Like he whenever he needs to groceries, yeah.
What, I got vegetables, I got this. Me.
yeah, I'm like, so that made me think of, like there are other openings and I had to learn in a way, and then I earned and learned a lot of things, and then slowly even I worked as a sound assistant, so like, putting up speakers for events, weddings and all, and then coming up, and then I learned a lot about record labels. So Def Jam Records is one of the record labels. It's like it's massive.
Universal.
Yeah, and also there are so many artists who came from that label. So I learned about that. Rick Rubin became one of my mentors,
Right.
for Def Jams, from Def Jams, and how he started. Just at a dome in his hostel, and he started off a record label from there. So if he can start off something like that to be
Where he is now.
international and where he is now, I thought of starting it off with the house that I was living in.
Right.
And even now I have my own studio, my company, Urban Records Entertainment Private Limited. We have distributed worldwide musics for artists from USA, UK, Canada, Malaysia, Singapore, India, even from India, like artists of international movies, right?
Right.
And Sri Lanka, and like we have released more than 150 songs so far, distributed from Sri Lanka, from my company.
So as a record label, what is your job? Like, are you marketing the song or are you producing the song?
Depends on it. We can distribute, we can produce, we can market, we can like do A&R, anything that an artist
For
requires.
people who don't know, what is A&R?
A&R is basically artist and resource management. Like, for example, if you are an artist and if you don't have a stable point where to go and what to do.
Right.
So, for example, like I'm an artist, but I am promoting myself because I know where to touch and what are the things to do.
Right.
Like, for example, talking to the radio stations that I told you about.
Right.
And making a PR management, and also talking to social media, vlogs, podcasts, and making the artist
See,
go through the process of making their songs more visible.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right.
so anyone from Sri Lanka? Like recently, who was the last person? Anyone we know?
For now, we have done songs with Srikant, he's
Alright,
from
yeah.
India. Like, he have done movie songs.
Right.
And Sukanya Varadarajan. And then from Canada, we distributed songs for Steve Cliff and Adi, and then Praveen Gunaraja, and there's like more than 50, 60 artists.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And recently we had a distribution countdown, right? So like the maximum streamed song is from our label, and the number is 155 million streams.
Which song? Which song is that?
It was a local Sri Lankan artist called Avix, Amaru Kale.
Like in the world, that's the most streamed song?
No. From Asia-wise, from Asia-wise, but from the local Sri Lankan, highest streamed, digital streamed-wise,
stream, okay.
because there are like YouTube and everything is there. This is calculated digitally on all platforms.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
155 million. It's
Yeah.
mad.
Wow.
Hey, congratulations on that, man. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And the thing that really resonates with me is I'm not sure if you know, but the owner of this incredible clothing company called Lovi, his name is Asanka Dimel. He launched a book recently.
Okay.
And this is like just a plug-in for the sake of it, but in that vision, Mashang, it's called 2048. And he envisions Sri Lanka being one of the biggest countries in the world, right?
Obesity.
Sorry?
Obesity.
Not obesity, luckily. What he talks about is the GDP is about $40K, and Sri Lanka becomes the hub it was supposed to be. And now it faces first world problems. And he talks about that aspect in the far future. And when one of the questions that were asked from him was, how do you see Sri Lanka in such a positive light? He says something along the lines of, look, it is on us. There's nothing different. Like, one of the things he said was, there's nothing different from a hairdresser in the US, because he was there for a while, and a hairdresser in Sri Lanka. It's the same service. If not, this might be a bit better than that. It's just that there you pay 20 times what you pay here for the same service. It's not that our people cannot do it. We can, but we need to be, as the pioneers in this world, we need to be the people to live up to this image, right? So ever since then, I've been very patriotic. Yeah. But it is always impressive to me when Sri Lankans push themselves to international standards, because what we have, at least what I used to face those days, was an issue where, okay, so international standards are way over there.
Yeah.
You're to work in the realm of reality, which is over here, which was, when I was growing up at least, it was sort of the disparity was so almost crippling, because then you would always admit, yeah, so you can never be as good as them. But it was always, that was the message or narrative that was always fed to me.
I guess the gap.
Yeah. So when people bridge that gap, when Sri Lankans bridge that gap, to me it is such a great story. So Sri Lankan, I'm very proud of it. And I know you get that a lot, but bro to bro, that's amazing, man. You should be absolutely proud of yourself more than anything else.
Thank you.
Good
Thank
on you,
so
man.
much. Yeah.
But coming up, JK, so...
There's a but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you the only child in your family?
Yes.
Okay. As a man, well, as a boy, how did it feel that the weight of all that was kind of on you? Did it feel unfair? Did you feel that you had your issues but you couldn't talk about them? How did that feel?
So basically, it didn't came to me. I took it over.
Right.
So I thought, no, I don't want to give more trouble to my mother, because she was single and handling it very hard, because I could see it, right?
Right.
So I thought of, like, okay, let me take over. At least my expenses and my own things, I'll take care of it.
Right. And around what age was that?
15. Yeah,
Oh,
while I was doing O-levels. That was the first job.
Right.
Yeah.
When he was writing scripts in class.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So like, after that, I mean, like, I found the path. Like, it was very, how do you say, hurdles. There were so many hurdles.
Right.
But the thing is, like, I was learning quick.
Right.
As like how to jump on this hurdle to that. So like it was very entertaining and very active. It was keeping me active, so that I know what are the struggles that I have to go through. I will go through. And the thing is, like, how people talk and manage and how see, because that was a huge thing back in the days, because since I was Tamil, like walking in the streets is like like it was crazy. Right. So you get checked up because I was tall and dark and like
Handsome and
that is so like
this bugger's too good looking. Right, got it. Okay.
So like so the problems that I went in my life, I would say, like, it was teaching me a lesson.
Right.
So that's how I take it even now. So to be honest, now can you imagine my mother and I have a stepfather, so they both live in Germany as German citizens.
Oh, okay.
So that was the proud moment, like I will cherish forever, because like, you saw your mother struggling through a lot.
Right.
And now you see her enjoying her life in a, like a country where it's like everything is possible.
Yeah.
So that was the best part of my life. So like now it's my turn to work on myself. So more and more. So that's what I'm, working on. So yeah.
Hey, he's right. Stop school, man.
Are you studying 4 levels? Stop.
Don't waste your time. All right, that's good.
GK.
Damn.
That's a quote.
Yeah, right here.
You guys are cornering me again.
I would like to know more about your movie experiences. So your first movie, what was it called again?
It was called Komali Kings.
How was it?
With director King Ratnamaya.
Alright.
So like, it was massive for me. I mean, like, if you see the character also, like, I was right after a breakup, and I went to director's house because we were friends. Like,
right.
We meet up, we talk, and so when I went there, he was like, "You are exactly the character. You just say like that."
You stay depressed. That's
yeah,
okay.
that's it. And I got the character, and like it was massive. I mean, like the first day when they launched the movie at the red carpets, it was in the Tarangani, I think in the fort. There's a big theater, right?
Yeah.
So like when they introduced my character, like character's name is called Uta Hussein. So like Dirt Hussein. Right? So, so like everyone was screaming, whistling. You can imagine, right? I was like with goosebumps, and it was the one of the best feelings ever. Like I wished my father was there beside me to watch it, but yeah, I mean, like, it was a moment. I had it, and from that day onwards, I thought of like I need to have that moment in my life. I'm like whenever I can, whenever it's possible. And because of that, I'm doing my first movie as well. So yeah.
Hey yo! Let's go. You won't tell anyone. Off the camera. What's your first movie? Is it something we're discussing about? You're gonna be
first the album.
Right.
It's coming soon.
Right.
Okay.
So do you need a tree and a rock?
Yeah.
If you do, I'm a good tree.
I'm an okay rock. I can't stay still for too long, but after a while,
You just cut and just relax.
yeah. Okay.
So we've been auditioning with all the musicians who have come here who are making music videos.
Yeah.
And we're trying to audition to be a tree or a rock in the music video.
Okay.
So far, we haven't gotten a gig yet. Nope. We're doing something wrong.
Close to 50 episodes, not a single gig.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I pitch it wrong.
Yeah, I'll plan something out.
There you go. Done. All right.
So back to your album. Is it a rap album or is it a mix of genres or?
Yes. So what everyone will think is, since I'm a rapper, more into rap, everyone will think it's a rap song, rap album. But no, it's gonna be R&B, pop, indie, jazz, blues, and
Oh,
rap.
no way. Okay.
He's a jazz fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, nice. All
Jazz
right.
and
So you
blues.
love the fourth song, if I'm not wrong.
Got it.
Yeah. I'll just confirm it to you. But yeah.
He puts it to 4. He's like, that's not jazz.
Only the fourth song.
So,
Okay.
yeah. So like I have tried few techniques because I love cinema.
Right.
And I told you in the beginning that it's going to be a movie when you watch it.
Yeah.
So there are a few elements which will connect the music as a movie as well.
Okay.
So cinematic versions and Arabic fusion and
No.
yeah, I have tried everything. Like
Right.
it's gonna be like my 200% of a music album, like which I have put all my ideas and knowledge into it because since it's my first album,
Right.
international,
Right.
and it has to be like at least in a way that they will at least listen to it.
Yeah.
So I have a question. You say international. What makes it? Are you going to release it abroad also? Or how are you going to do that?
So like main plan is to pitch it to radio stations. So
Okay.
we are on the process of that.
Okay.
The official release of the streaming platform is on March 21st.
All right.
It's already done. So while we are doing that, we are planning to pitch it to radio stations in UAE, which promotes Hollywood music, like English music.
Right.
And then in USA as well, talking to a few presenters and representatives of radio stations. But the thing is, like, possibilities are like 10 to 90. But
But you have to try.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because if I knew people who could support, if you know anyone who could support,
If
please.
you know anyone.
Yeah.
He skipped
So
school.
two things. Don't go to school
Right.
and call your friends to help him.
First one, second one.
Third part is, again, running back to our sponsors.
Yes, please.
For all your beer can, hair care needs, if you want to look as stunning as either one of these gentlemen, Raul is your go-to place.
The best for good hair day.
Okay. International artists-wise,
Yeah.
who is your biggest inspiration?
Okay, so starting off as a rapper, it was Eminem, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Good choice. Okay.
And then Tupac, Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, I can go on. But yeah, like lyrical wise, Ice Cube, it was the best.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And
Really?
yeah. And then comes, I listened to some of Biggie's songs, but
Okay.
not much because it was always about gang wars and all. But
And you're a man of peace.
yeah, Tupac is like more
Yeah,
of
yeah,
a motivator and
Yeah,
also
right.
giving messages and songs. And then comes the new generation artists like The Weeknd, Sam Smith, and of course the newest artists. I mean, like I listen to female artists as well. Lana Del Rey,
Right.
and then Ariana. Like most of the songs, but like few songs are like particularly interested in the way that they present and also how they have done it. And then comes Bruno Mars, and yeah.
Honest thoughts and a hot take. What are your thoughts on Bruno Mars' latest song?
The wet, wild.
I mean, like, he's an artist end of the day.
Right.
He's trying
So,
different
Good
things.
save. And my thing is, he would catch a grenade for you.
Yeah.
All right. He would do all these things for you, call you perfect and all that.
Yeah.
Why can't he do a song like this?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
The
yeah.
bedroom, he can say.
Good, yeah. I
mean-
think it's a great song.
I mean, there's a
Sure.
song where he says something's on the floor.
Yeah.
Versace on the dance
Yeah,
floor.
no, something on the floor. Like he's asking the girl to remove the dress, right?
Yeah.
In this song.
Yeah.
I just heard that one part of the song. I was like, oh, yo.
It's
hey.
Versace on the floor, which means the dress on the floor, right?
Oh.
That's what I thought the song meant.
I just went with the music. It sounded really great.
But I will
man.
actually focus on Ice Cube lyrics. I've never really paid attention to his lyrics.
Oh, you should. Because Ice Cube actually came from like a slum,
Yeah.
right? I mean, most of the artists are like Tupac, Ice Cube are all the same. But Ice Cube has even done few songs ghostwriting as well.
Ice Cube is this meme, the man angry who's always angry, right?
Yeah, exactly. With the
Yeah, yeah.
eyebrow.
22 Jump Street. 21 Jump Street, 22 Jump Street.
And
I'll
ride
be
along,
there.
ride along.
Right along. I'll be there, yeah. Friday, next Friday.
No, he's a legend. But I
Yeah.
didn't know his lyrics had so much meaning.
Yeah.
This
It
is
was like
this is Ice Cube NWA days or Ice Cube by Ice Cube?
in the era NWA. Yeah. Because
so-
after NWA it was all gangster shit.
Right.
Yeah. So like before NWA, it was gangsterish, but the things like what they explain is like about their
Hardships.
hardships and also the way that they had to live their life.
Right.
As Black Americans, you know.
Right,
like,
right,
yeah.
sure.
So that was more most of the NWA songs got hit because of him. He wrote the songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He actually apparently taught Easy how to sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's easy?
So NWA had 4 guys, 5 guys.
4 to 5.
Okay,
Yeah.
one of the NWA guys. Okay.
Yeah, main guy.
Yeah.
So like he was the one who like created the NWA, I think. Eazy-E.
I think Easy.
Yeah, Eazy-E is the one who created it, but end of the day he passed away, and
Yeah.
then NWA collapsed, and yeah. So only Dr. Dre and Ice Cube were there. Snoop Dogg was like not NWA, but you know like
He was up and coming.
yeah,
The friend who was hanging around.
yeah,
Yeah, he was an upcoming artist.
Yeah.
But did you watch the movie?
Out
Straight
of
Outta Compton?
Compton.
yeah, but you know like I don't agree with it.
Oh really? I fucking loved it, dude.
Yeah, I mean like.
And this guy hates movies in general.
No, it's not that I hate movies. Yoshan loved. I like movies.
Okay.
I will tell that. Yoshan, he has an almost kink to watch movies.
Okay.
And it's an extreme. And what happened?
Any emotional instability happens in my life, I go to the cinema.
Bro, what happened?
My wife scolds me.
What
cinema.
happened to us one time, 2 times, was Yoshan got tickets to the Batman, the new one that came out way back when, the premiere, like the fan screening. Bro, the fan screening happens at 12 a.m. I didn't know this. And Yoshan told me at 6 p.m. the previous night, hey, we're going, right? And I was like, sorry, you said 12 p.m. I said, no, 12 in the morning. I was like, what is happening? It's 12 in the morning. So, bro, I didn't know.
Yeah.
And there's a part where Batman and Alfred are having basically like a love for each other, some stupid thing. Bro, I fell asleep. Maybe that one part I fell asleep. And then ever since that happened, Yoshan's been holding me against that. Or
It's not
holding
only
that
that.
against
It's
me.
not only that. That's the main event.
Yeah.
But there are these little things also. You know, sometimes if the film gets a bit too chatty, he tends to look at his phone.
It gets boring, dude. Like I'm not paying money.
But that's important to the story to
Yeah.
connect to the
It
characters.
connects- Yeah, true.
You need
But
to have that. You know, you need to feel like when
I felt when he drives his car through the fire and all, I was like, oh, yo, that's great. And
like
then-
when Rambo is removing that dude's heart out. So I have a newfound love for Tamil cinema.
Okay.
Those senseless action movies.
Yeah.
Where one guy beats the shit out of a friend.
Yeah.
I love them from the bottom of my heart. Nothing makes me more happier than watching films like that. I don't know why it's so awesome. Like that level of badassery. You know?
Yeah, that is it. It is fantasy writing at its finest.
Yeah, like it doesn't make sense, but it looks so
Good, yeah.
Like, did you watch Salah?
Salar, yeah.
So the scene where he's like some girl in the mine is getting abused, and the mom's like holds his hand like, no, don't do it. And the mom's like, if you don't let her go, I will release the biggest demon about you. They're like, haha, release. She turns around, she whispers okay, Salah, do it. And they walk past each other, this epic sound. I was like,
Yeah, okay.
I love that. And then KGF,
Yeah.
the first one, wow. That finale where he sacrifices the villain.
Yeah.
And then, RRR,
RRR.
Pushpa, those senseless, like, you have to switch off your brain, not think too much.
Yeah.
Just enjoy. Those are the kind.
It has some like elements of where they used to entertain. But basically, it's entertainment.
Yeah, as it should be, right? I have a big problem because I grew up a gamer, dude. Like I was an absolute introvert. I didn't go to any of social events. I didn't play any sports in school. I was just playing Pokemon. Right. So as a gamer, I have this beef with people that play real life games. NBA, you can go outside and do that. Right? Cricket, you can take a ball, get a bat, go out with your friends and play it. Like, you don't have to play it on a screen. FIFA, kick a ball, bro. I got there.
Not everyone has friends to play with. That's the problem.
Okay, so that part of it too. But my biggest problem is, since this is reality, I used to use video games as an escape. So to me, having this stupid creature in your pocket and talking to you like it's like some friend of yours and having it attack other creatures apparently, which is annual boost, but hey, that's cool because they're different colors. That to me was my escape. So to me, I have a qualm with people who are playing real life things in this.
So animal abuse.
Right. Yo. So when it comes to entertainment as well, I look at entertainment in movies and whatnot as a form of escapism too. So if it's too real for me, I'm like, okay, this is getting fucking, like I can do this at home. I can talk to my dad. But I understand why Yoshan gets very, very hyped up, and now he's trying to get me to come to watch as many Tamil movies as possible as well.
No, if the film is too emotional, I also switch off. Like, my wife loves those. I love you, you love me, we love you, I love you, I love him, I love you, I love. Then I also...
So he can't take love either. You see, it's not my fault.
So when you watch a film like, I don't know, Bridget Jones recently came out, then, I don't know, Notebook... You know, when you watch those, you're like, nothing's happening. They're just, I love you, I don't love you. I love you, I don't love you. I love you, I don't love you. Fucking fuck already.
True that.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's like, depends on the storyline and how they want to present. And
No, there are love stories that are presented well.
Yes.
Then there are love stories that are presented really not
Rubbish.
well.
Yeah.
So,
But then this guy, he rode a horse and then took the horse underneath the truck and then still came up on top. I was like, that's great cinema. I don't know what that movie is.
he skid under the...
Yeah, like a motorbike.
That's fucking great cinema. Bro, that's great.
There's one legendary thing that's on TikTok. I don't know what movie it is. The guy is carrying a heart for his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And he's getting beaten up, buta. He throws the heart goes and falls right in his And she wakes up, and this dude's like... and she gives his heart back to him.
Huh?
Yeah, she's like...
Oh, yeah.
Something happens there.
Those are like Malayalam movies or something. Malayalam, Telugu or something, yeah.
So do you make films like that? Or what kind of films do you make?
So like, if you take Cool Mali Kings, the first movie that I did, so it was a dark comedy. Like, was basic concept is about how Sri Lankan Tamil people like went from here to abroad and how they are struggling and coming back and enjoying their past life, but yet they can't do it. Something similar to that. And then the second movie I acted was a gangster comedy. Yeah, it's also kind of like similar, but the storyline is totally different. But even though in the local cinema we are not able to do in a highway productions like those, like
Because of money.
Yes, the producers are very low in the local
Because
industry.
the return is not there.
To be honest, I mean, to get the return, you need to make more movies.
Yeah. I mean, is there audience coming in? That's my question.
If we market it well, yes.
That's my question.
It's all about marketing.
Now, I've never heard of these movies that you are telling me.
Exactly. So, like, for example, we had 60 days run on theaters. like after 45 years in Sri Lankan cinema industry, we had a Tamil movie running for more than 60 days. That was Komali Kings. And yet you didn't hear about it.
No, and I go to the cinema very often.
Yeah, even on SLvlog, they have the movie to watch on the site also.
Right.
So like the problem is majority of the people are more... Huh?
Unaware is that?
Yeah, unaware, and also they don't know what's happening locally as well.
Right.
We always...
Look there.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
So that is there. There is like in every culture, like they always look up to foreign...
Western.
Hollywood, Bollywood, Collywood. You ask someone about, an artist from USA or India, they will know the biodata.
Right.
But if you ask an artist from Sri Lanka, who's that?
Good point, man.
Is that the backlash you're facing through radio also?
Yes, a lot. For example, like, just take few shows, TV shows and radio shows, events happening, right? Who are the local artists performing their own songs? Why did I do Open Season 2? Because I want them to perform their songs.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that since the beginning of Urban Records Entertainment. So I did a major event back in Trincomalee in 2016, if I'm not wrong. It's called Valentine's Rave, and I did it in the Trincomalee beach, free entrance. There were 55 Tamil independent artists all over the island who came to perform, including Krishan Mahesan.
Right.
And they performed well. They had like more than 1,000 people attending the event. They had a good enjoyment. Krish Manoj was there.
Yeah.
And the next problem is the artist also doesn't promote themselves, or us who promoting them as well.
Oh, okay.
That clash is also there.
What do you mean?
So like after Valentine's Rave,
Right.
they did a request for another show to be happened in somewhere else. They didn't even,
Oh, okay. So everybody's waiting for somebody else to do the work for them. I see.
That is also one point. And then, no media or radio station promoted it very well. And there was so much of clashes. So I spent my own money to do that event. But yet, this happens.
Right.
So because of these small issues, local people doesn't even know that there are artists like this.
Right.
So imagine, like, I have done 60 songs. At least one song has to be a hit.
Yeah.
But even if I perform it today at a show, they will memorize it and go home. I will make them memorize the song and go home.
Right.
That's what happened last time. I had an event at Prepop LK.
Okay.
And the audience was like, they sang the song along with me.
Right.
That's how I, entertained them. So if I can do that, why the local industry, TV and media are not promoting that? Because they always compare us to the Indian market or the foreign market. And then if you see events that is happening locally, whatever the event, Tamil events, if you take Tamil events, all the artists are from India. Why?
Yeah.
Because they always say people will come for them only.
Right.
Again, coming back to the point, if you don't promote us, how will they know that we are still here?
Good point. I think we had a guest on the show. We had two guests on the show. Kanish was one, Kay was the other, who talked about, and shout out to, like we were talking about Yasmin.
Yeah, Decimal Dalaka.
Yes.
So she has her own program, I think, called Homegrown or something.
Yes.
Where she insists you come with your own song.
Yes.
I think she used to host shows.
Yes.
She does the top 10 songs of Sri Lanka.
Exactly.
So we need more people like, we need more people like her, I guess. Because you're right, nobody really pushes our people, it's always somebody else. But then that treatment's also very prevalent, man. Like down south, it's very, very prevalent. Where you get a lot more preferential treatment if you're
Local,
white.
yeah.
Even if you're local, what I found out, bro, was, and I will very shamelessly say this, if I need to, I can thicken up my accent to a certain extent. What I found was the treatment I get, if I do, is a lot better than if they know I'm Sri Lankan. And that is set, like I'm a part of the problem now. I understand that. But for example, I was supposed to go to Hiraketia. My friend Rashali and I, we misread the invitation. We went to Hikkaduwa. All right. We need to get a taxi because now the event is starting at 7. We got here by 5:36ish.
Okay.
Right. I put a pick me, and this gentleman came, but to get him to come, a part of me felt that if I spoke to him in Sinhalese, he wouldn't come, or he would pull some scene. So I thickened it up as much as I could, and I said, hi, his name is Pubudu or something. Hi, Pubudu, are you on the way? I pulled this little act, but it's not the respect, but the reception you get if they feel that you're some form of white. Even if you're brown, but brown from white is still a lot better than brown and brown, is what I felt. And because of that, there's this huge almost disparity where you are now getting events in Sri Lanka, and there are shopkeepers in Sri Lanka who only let foreigners come into the shop and give white-only parties and foreign-only parties and no blackface and all that, or if that was the one, which is disheartening, right? It's really heartbreaking to see.
So this is all happening in the sense, like, you know, they think that they are the ones who has to be treated well and who they earn from.
Yeah, exactly.
So they forget that we always have our own resources, and end of the day, what if I'm just
Couldn't
saying,
happen again.
Yeah.
I mean, what if the foreigners decided that we only go to everyone is invited parties, or everyone is invited pubs or clubs or anything?
Exactly.
What will they do after that?
Yeah, for sure. Like we had a couple of foreigners here as well on the podcast, and even they said something on the line. It's sad that it's come to this, because we are foreigners. Like, we understand that, so we make an attempt to learn your language. Like, it's the least we can do to try and learn that. But when they see that we treat our own people differently and we treat them in a superiority way, they're also like, oh, sure.
There's a comedy gig that happens once a year in Sri Lanka. It's organized by some of the most richest people, some upper class people. And when they do this event, they always invite comedians from abroad. Comedians who have less traction, comedians who are not even famous in their own countries. They will bring them here and they do the show. I met one of the organizers recently, and I told them, why not give a chance to, have your foreign comedians, but have a couple of locals to open, host, or be there, at least exchange of ideas so that we can bridge this gap that is there. And then only they were like, oh yeah, we didn't think of that. I was like, what? You guys didn't think of that? So, well, from what I know, from next year they're planning to have local comedians. I hope they do that. But usually they host only foreign, Malaysian, British, German. I think they had an Indian once. So I was kind of confused why they wouldn't, give a chance. But then again, when I spoke to them, they never thought of it that way. They were like, oh yeah, we can do that. So I don't know. I think things could get better if we speak to them.
But I mean, to be honest, that's how we've been thinking for a long time. I mean, I've been in the industry for 18 years, right?
Right.
So to be exact, 18 years. Within these 18 years, I haven't seen any growth. It was just going down, 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 down. So if I wanted to see any growth, at least, let's say, Tamil FM or any other FM playing our Tamil songs like they play other language songs in their FMs, right? Local songs. For example, let's say if you take single FMs, they play mainly singular songs, and yet they play Hindi songs,
right,
or English songs, or Apata Pata, it's a Korean song,
right.
So why can't we get a place? And also the Tamil FMs, they play all the Indian songs, and yet they give excuses like you guys don't have a fan base here. So to get a fan base, what are the needfuls that you are doing for us?
So essentially what they want you to do is to be popular and then come.
Exactly.
But how will you be popular if
there's no support?
Yeah, of course. It makes no fucking sense.
But we can be popular in social media, TikTok, because I have gained, after the teledrama, on TikTok itself, more than 35K followers, right?
Right.
So it's only because of the acting career, right? And it's also because I'm playing a Tamil character in a singular teledrama.
Right.
And singular people are they love the character, they cherish the character, they always meet me whenever and say, Jagannaya, they love the character that much. So they know that value, and also they know the artistic, the talent, everything.
Right.
But yet, the other people doesn't know. Because
Yeah.
Again, coming back to the same point.
Fair.
Wow. Okay. The conversation is getting deeper and deeper.
Yeah. Would you say that is your biggest setback in your journey of 18 years? The fact that there is no local support.
Yes, I mean, like, to be here in this place, even after 18 years and talking about the same issues that I faced in the 2006.
Yeah. And if you had the chance to, now that you have your own, record company,
Yeah.
what would you do if you were in their shoes to change that?
Oh, yeah. I'll be like, to be honest, this is going through my head for a long time, right? But I'll just openly tell it, but I don't know how possible it is.
Right.
We should make international songs or any international, I mean, not just Tamil, international songs which are playing in radio stations to be high taxed.
Okay.
Then what will happen?
They will not play those.
And?
They'll play the local songs.
And?
The local artists become the local artists become international artists.
Exactly.
Right.
How do you high tax it? Like, what does that mean?
For example, like, if you're playing my song in radio station, you have to pay me, right? But I don't know whether they're paying now or not, but
Right.
radio stations, I seriously doesn't know how does that go. But in international radio stations, for example, let's say Virgin Radio or anything, like, they have to pay the artist as a revenue of how many times they play the song.
Like royalties.
Exactly.
Right.
But this is called radio play, radio air or radio play time, and likewise. So when they pay, the artist basically lives on that, the royalties, revenues, and radio plays and everything, right?
Right.
So you can, I mean, as an artist, they can say, this country, I'm taxing this much. Or the person who published the song to this country can say, you have to pay this much of tax. And in that way, that can get increased. So
Yeah, can you text that than me, please? Yeah, call the president.
Hello, sir. You're trying to say something. Hey, go for it.
You're doing a great job.
So yeah, I mean, like, you know, even let's say as artists, if we are performing in any shows, I don't know whether artists are getting paid as international artists, right?
No.
Exactly.
As a model, I can tell you, we really are not.
I get, for a week, I get about 30 gigs. One is paid, other 29 gigs is for exposure.
So how many days are we going to do just for exposure?
Yeah, so now I have stopped, again, thanks to his advice, I have stopped doing those. And even when I give my rates, they'll be like bargaining.
Yeah.
Because they see only the 20 minutes I perform. They don't see the hours and hours I was writing the script,
Exactly.
rehearsing, cutting, running it through friends, testing the jokes. They don't see that. They see the 20 minutes.
And
So,
especially the experience you gain, how many years?
yeah.
And there's another thing, Masha, like when they put his face on a poster, the people come to watch that. Like, yeah, maybe your drinks are good and maybe the food is great, fantastic. But then by that logic, you don't need him to sell out a gig. You can just say, oh, yo, just come.
Exactly.
But when you put his face, there's a certain value that brings. So they'll discredit all of that.
Yeah.
And they just think, Hari, how much lower can I possibly get this guy? And that is one of my fundamental beliefs as to why even the comedy scene in Sri Lanka is so underwhelmed. It's because I know a very few set of professionals, they dedicate their being to doing this and they don't get the recognition or get paid the value that they're due. And because of that, if you keep getting shot at every time you try taking a step, you might not want to take a step again. Yeah. So any future comedians also might not want to, because if they ask him for advice, yeah, you can match him, but at the same time, you won't get paid as much. So why bother in the first place?
So I have gone, like, let's say they call me for a meeting
Yeah.
to do the gig. So I will go for the meeting. I've gone to meetings where they don't even offer water. Like, they'll be in a restaurant, they're eating, everyone's eating, and I'm like, can I have a cup of water at least, you know? That's how lowly they, like, if I'm doing the meeting, I'll make sure you have your tea, biscuits, something I'm giving you, no? I'm not going to let you be in hunger and, like, be like, 5-minute chat, and I traveled like half an hour to get there for a 5-minute chat, which could have been an email. So it's sometimes they treat us really poorly. So, but then again, we have the good guys, we have the bad guys.
Yeah. And in that aspect, the good guys really stand out. Yeah.
So, like, if one of the guys who are really good calls me, I'm down. Macha, we're having a gig. If you say Macha, we're having a gig, we're down, man. Yeah? You know it.
You know, right? Yeah. So like that's because the same thing. Like whatever that I went through, I wanted to make sure that whoever the artist that I work with doesn't go through that. So that was the main point of having Open Season 2, because earlier on Open Season 1 we just did it in a small room, live event. I think Satish might have told you about it. Right? So like even in that, I made sure that all the artists who performed, all the stand-up comedians who performed had a good time.
We did, yeah.
So likewise, like every single thing that I do, I always try to make sure that the responsibility as a event organizer or whatever the responsibility is there, I make sure that I do it 99.9% at least.
Yeah.
This is a personal question I want to ask you from my side.
Do
you do comedic music? Comedy songs, parodies?
I can.
Have you tried?
I have touched a little bit of comedy in one of my songs.
All right.
It's called Ayyo Ayyo.
Tamil song.
Yeah, it's a Tamil song, but there's a little bit of English rap, because the concept of the song is like the guy already committed, but yet sees a girl in the street and he's like, ayyo, ayyo, something.
Right. Understand completely.
That is documentary.
Yeah. So like, it's just a concept of being a guy being a guy.
Yeah,
so
I
like
understand.
I made that song like in a way that in Tamil people.
Okay, wait. When I say understand, I don't understand. My wife watches this. I don't understand what he's saying.
He used to understand.
I don't understand.
Right.
What is he talking? I don't know.
Right. When Yoshan said I understand, I was talking on behalf of
Right, just a comedy concept, just a concept. Okay?
Right.
Yeah. So like Ayyo Ayyo, it's there on YouTube and all, but I haven't done a music video. But yeah, I tried a little bit of comedy there, and I mean, I can try a full comedy song. Yeah, why not?
You should absolutely.
Okay.
And make fun of things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you want to?
Because I have some ideas maybe I can pitch.
Let's do something. Yeah.
I have some ideas we can pitch.
Okay.
I keep throwing comedy songs at him and he laughs and then we forget about it.
Yeah. So when Yoshan has a gig, we generally sit down and write together. We have a girl called Rashali who appears on the podcast too.
Okay.
She's the unpaid intern. So it's her job to write everything down and we'll buy her food.
Oh.
Sometimes.
Nice.
Right. You see how earlier he said they don't even buy me water? That poor girl. No.
No, we buy food.
Yeah.
She's part of the gang. We just call her unpaid intern just to piss her off.
So I mean, like, so on the 21st, I'm planning to do a small gig, not a gig actually. How do you call it?
Event.
A listening event.
Okay.
Maybe. Like in a way you can listen to the songs live, and not the live instruments, but with the DJ. And please join us.
Oh, absolutely.
Yay!
And
That's how bro gets to go.
And this will be streamed as well live for digital platforms as well, so people can listen abroad.
So it has been already prepared to be launched on 21st. Right?
Okay.
So on Spotify, iTunes, and all, it'll be available to listen as well on that time. But on that day, I'm like planning to gather a few of my friends, colleagues, and from my acting industry as well, and so that I can basically that's also a plan to promote the album internationally as well.
Right.
So, they have their own audiences as well. So like to talk about it and discuss about it. So that's also happening. So like
cool. And what is this specific song about? What emotion of yours were you going through when you wrote this song? What is the name of the song first?
What is the album?
No. The song you're releasing on the 21st.
Oh no,
This is the entire
from
album.
the album. I mean, like few
right,
songs from the album.
Odyssey of
Hollywood
Dreamer.
Yeah.
Oh damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Is there album art already? What's the album art?
Yeah, I mean, like basically, this is the album art.
Half of your face?
No, like this is it.
Oh, yeah. He's like,
show you.
buy this bitch.
Wait, I sent it to.
Tinky, tinky, ting.
It's a simple album art, because I didn't want to do much of this thing, because the main reason is like sorry, I think it's in my Google Drive. Let me.
if you want like a really artistic album art, what you can possibly do is you can put Yoshan in a wig, wearing nothing, eating grapes.
Wait, you mean like this?
If you turn it this way, it's your face. If you turn it this way, it's Yoshan eating grapes. Dude.
So it's A good odyssey.
What an odyssey.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it.
Oh, yeah, okay, right.
Yeah. So
Damn. So if you're trying it this way, you can slightly you're trying eating grape.
I'll be like in between the fingers.
Yeah.
So the idea of it is basically like like to promote my face, because on streaming platforms and all it'll be there with the album art and all.
Right,
So
right.
like mostly I'm trying everything whatever that I'm doing to promote this album is like to
Promote
recognize the artist.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
So like even upcoming artists, don't think about just putting a scenery or anything. Promote yourself first. Be a brand and then promote.
Yeah. And then take a picture of the sun then.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
If you want my daughter to dress nice circles, she's only 3 years old, so you can have it as your album art.
Yeah, I mean that's a very minus point that we think of, right?
Which is?
Because like most of the artists, like they want to do album arts in very designing way,
Right.
but they miss that they are promoting them as the artist.
Right.
So, as an artist, as a singer, musician, rapper, you have to first get your audience saying that this is my song.
Right.
So to do that, your face is.
Yeah,
the
they
first
didn't know who
place.
you are in the first place.
Exactly.
Sure.
What's your favorite song in this new album? Which number?
4.
What's the song that you enjoyed the most making?
Okay, so did you listen to the last song, the music video I sent you?
No, I have not seen.
Okay, so that was the first song I completed.
Oh yeah, okay, I saw that one. Yeah.
Yeah, so that means what have I done?
Yeah, I saw whatever.
Yeah, so that was so much close to me because it was too personal, the lyrics. So that's like, since it's released from the album, it's like my personal. But from the album, third song.
Damn it. What's the third? So close. Third one is about R&B.
Yeah, it's kind of like a lo-fi mixed with R&B.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Are there other artists in the album, or is just you? Solo, entire solo, 100%. Any other help from outside? Nothing.
So like I composed, written, and sung and rapped in it, but there were few like assistants who worked in it. On the composing, assistant Mugundan Shami has worked as assistant technician, and then his assistant was Franklin
Sinatra.
Fernando. Yeah.
Sorry?
Sinatra?
Frank Sinatra.
No, Franklin Fernando.
Franklin
Yeah, Sri Lankan.
Frank Sinatra.
You had Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
I know how he died a while back, but yeah. Okay, cool.
So like he's the one who did the remix as well, Franklin Fernando. Yeah. So,
Okay.
So he's.
So you send the Google link to the editor.
Yes.
So at the end of the podcast, we'll play the song while we bob our heads.
Yes. And listen to the fourth song as well.
I'm only listening to that one, bro.
And one more clue, like, since I'm a Marvel fan and, so, so if you read the song titles, you'll get the entire album story.
Okay.
Song titles.
Song titles.
Like,
Who's the best superhero in Marvel?
for me, it's Spider-Man.
Okay, that's an acceptable.
What about you?
Good question, man. That
He
shit-
asked the question and he's saying, what a man.
I want your idea.
Yeah.
Have you seen when Tony Stark in an alternate universe goes dark? And he starts selling, he basically makes a portion or something that makes you look about 10 to 100 times better than you already look like. All right? And he first starts giving that to people for free. And then he gets them hooked on that drug and then starts selling it for $100 an hour or something like that. And it becomes this completely twisted version of Tony Stark. I like that guy.
To the villain.
So, like, I think,
He was dropped on the head
basically-
when he was a baby.
Huh?
He was dropped on the head when he was a baby.
So, what about you?
I like Spider-Man and Captain America also.
Oh, okay.
Really like the values of that whole patriotic heroism. That
Which
idea.
Captain America?
The cinematic one.
Which one?
Chris Evans. What other cinematic Captain America is there?
Captain America, The Bold and the Brave and The Bold and the Beautiful just came out.
That's basically Falcon becoming.
I haven't
Captain
seen
America.
that yet.
Yeah, it's-
Brother, did you watch it?
So today we have Taksha. Takshi is not available. So
Takshi left us. Takshi divorced Joshan because...
Takshi has left us, our usual editor lady. Boss, she left us for some other man.
now we have replaced Takshi. We have upgraded to Tulakshana and not Takshi anymore.
Tulakshana Taksha.
Yes.
Okay.
He's a nice guy.
Who is your favorite hero, brother? Marvel looking.
Flash! He's not from Marvel.
Flash, DC.
DC.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man!
Everyone likes Spider-Man.
Everyone loves Spider-Man. Spider-Man is like the first superhero film ever.
Yeah,
to-
but the thing is, like, which you didn't ask which Spider.
Which Spider-Man? It's a great question, sir. Which Spider-Man?
Which
It's
Spider-Man?
Toby. It's Toby.
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
So we had to understand that there were superhero films before that, but Spider-Man kind of...
That was the first. No.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah.
Because that set precedent to like superhero movies coming.
But we had to understand Blade is the one that saved Marvel.
Yes, so Blade was one of the creative, what do you call, how Marvel planned to do the MCU from
Right.
Blade. Yeah, so Blade is basically a Marvel character.
Blade is
Yes,
Marvel.
yes. I
So they did Blade like three movies.
And he
right?
appears in the Deadpool also.
Yeah, and after doing that, they planned to do the MCU, so started the Iron Man 1 movie. And in between only they did the Spider-Man with Sony, but you know, like
That is some other fine-
issues. Yeah,
Right,
you know.
yeah.
But we saw as Marvel first movie as Spider-Man. So.
Yeah.
All right, sir.
There you go. That's great. Yeah.
We're coming into our podcast today.
Oh, okay.
1 hour's done. That went pretty fast. Did you feel it?
Yeah.
Not really.
We need to increase it like 3 hours.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. We just started talking about Marvel. Like, shit.
Yeah.
But we'll definitely have you back on to talk about Marvel.
Okay.
And also your movies. I hope that you'll be there to see. Your next one you said was Tabapani. That's coming soon.
Tambapani is set to be released, but yet they haven't announced a date.
Is it a single or Tamil movie?
It's a single movie. So
Oh.
I have done 2 Tamil movies, and this is the 3rd movie, which is single movie.
That'll be legendary.
Yeah.
I'll definitely check out Komali Kings when I get home. It's on SLvlog.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's on SSP website. Yeah.
Yes.
And the other thing is like.
Subtitles? I can't speak.
Yeah, it has subtitles. Yeah, it is with subtitles. And the other thing is like mainly try to listen to the songs
We will.
as possible.
Number 4.
Number 3.
Entire songs, right? Entire album. The reason is, like, you know, I want pure comments from, you know,
Oh, okay.
it's a plus or minus. Just let me know.
Yes.
Because it's only me who have worked in it. So I want to know what you guys think and how people react to it.
Nice.
And whether it's in good standard to go abroad. And yeah.
Yeah. Yo, that's pure. Yeah. fuck, that's good, yeah.
So whether I can do more or not.
I'm pretty sure there's always more. There's
Yeah.
always more. You'll find new ways to make things better. But I think this first album that you're going to make, it's going to be fucking fire, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you gave in your all, and we're going to hear that. And I hope you guys are going to hear it too.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be fire.
Yeah. And you can check out all his songs on his Spotify, on Apple Music.
Yes. My name goes as GK, but if it is hard to find, just type in the song name.
No, we found it. You just type GK, and then
Yeah.
you see him doing the
Yeah, he's doing
That's it. Yeah.
Any last words of inspiration for anyone who's trying to start music or acting?
Trying to skip school
Trying
or-
to cut O-levels? Anything you would like to say before we wrap things up?
Yeah.
What are you gonna call it, brother?
We've been doing this podcast going about.
Again.
Yeah.
So, if you think you want to study more and if you think you can do more on the studies as well, just continue. It doesn't matter because the first
Look
thing
at
I
him.
have to say.
Look at him trying to save his ass. If you can study Buddha, you'll study.
Yeah, of course, definitely. Because I don't want to be, you know, like.
Amma, Tata, if your kid is not studying and he has left O-levels, you know who to blame.
No, it's not me.
He's almost coming on 21st too, but hey.
It was just my life story.
You know,
Okay?
famous singers who died. Tupac, GK.
Damn.
Shot
Yeah.
by Amma.
Random grandma on the road. Yeah, shit.
तब उसे मगे पुता O-levels से आगे.
Oh, so, and the other thing is always have an ambition in life. where you want to be in another 10 years or 15 years or 20 years, it doesn't matter. Because KFC was brought up when he was 70 or something. McDonald's 50 or something. So it's not just food franchise. It's not just, yeah.
I thought you were going to motivate me into something. It's like KFC burger. You're just like, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it could be anything. You can be a stand-up comedian, you can be an actor, you can be a singer, artist, or anything. Have a dream, have a goal, and then while you're having it, plan out what you have to do to get there. That is the best point that we always miss out.
Right.
From the basic, you have to start. So I started off as a small-time actor in teledramas. In 2000s, I used to ride cycles in the background. That was my first character.
Right.
So I still remember it because I did that and came here, right?
Right.
So like I know how it was to be here. They scolded me, they were like shouted me, you can't go all the time, you have to wait here like that. I learned a lot, and then I learned about cinema. I have done assistant directing, so step by step,
Right.
step by step, it came to this place. So even on the music industry, same thing. So whatever that you want to do, you can do it. There's no other way. When you dream it, it's because God put that dream to you so that you can do it. So always go for it and fight for it. Yeah. That's the 7th song, Till I Die, I Try.
You should put that on a t-shirt. If you dream it, God put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for if you're stalking a woman, then no.
Hey yo.
That's different. That's
Guys, thanks for watching the podcast. It always goes there. Shit.
Why, man?
I don't know. Shit.
Okay, you're watching, you know?
So I'm on the one to remind our sponsors one more time before we
Yeah,
go.
one more time.
Yes, I nailed it.
Good job. If you have anything that you need done, hair care, beard care, facials, whatever it is that you need for all your grooming needs, your one-stop shop should be Rowler.
For a day of good hair.
Damn.
For more than just a day, for a week or a month until you get for the next haircut, Rowler is your go-to spot.
Yeah.
All right.
And with that, we're going to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much, Mr. GK.
Thank you.
And I cannot wait for your album launch. I cannot wait to see you on the big screen again. Thank you, Amanda, for coming.
Hey, thanks, Yashan.
So
Thanks so much for
nice
having
to see
me.
you.
Hey, absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you, baby Takshi. And with that, we'll see you in the next episode. That's so, bro.
When I come in your dreams, do you stumble? Oh, tell me, baby, am I in trouble? Don't tell me to go now. I'm only halfway.